Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on me. Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on me. Break me, melt me, mold me, fill me. Spirit of the living God, fall fresh on me. You know, our subjective mind interprets life so many ways. Different times in life we are actually constantly subjective. The natural way of living is by simply perceiving things through our bodies, experiences, orientation, feelings, and we call this subjectivity. It's normal, but then there is objective truth, and this is doctrine, this is the word, this is the meaning. When we say live by the word, we say get an anchor to your soul, get a orientation to life through being objectively oriented to reality, and mix faith with what you hear. And today we have a graduation at MBCNS. Looking forward to it. Breakfast this morning, happening in a few minutes actually, or actually started. In 6 minutes it starts. India conference in prayer, and then convention coming up the end of June, and then the mind of the believer having an objective orientation to life. And so guard yourself from those things that kind of worm in our lives: jealousy, hatred, envy, selfishness, all of these things that happen that become real to us. They become real to us. And we have these thoughts and feelings. And unfortunately, yield to them, build our life based on them, act on them, instead of being cleansed by the word. John 15:3. The cleansing, purify your hearts, you double-minded. What a good word. That's James 4. Purify your hearts, you double-minded. Cleanse your hearts. And create in me a clean heart, renew a right spirit in me. Psalm 51. And thanksgiving replaces subjective feeling that's based on that happens in my experience. I want to learn to be humble before God. Know that God died, Christ died for me so that I could be cleansed. That's the truth I am oriented to, that truth, and actually I long for. This is our morning devotional, Psalm 84. And I would love to speak longer on this subject, but this is a few minutes here. Psalm 84. How amiable are your tabernacles, O Lord of hosts. Now this is a place, tabernacles, a place of worship. This is how amiable, this is the lovable are your tabernacles. This is, we are drawn to truth and orientation to God in a place. Now, my soul longeth, verse 2, my soul longeth, meaning I have priorities in my soul. I'm desiring, yearning for the courts of the Lord. This is a actual place, but it also could have the meaning of a mental place, a place where I can connect with God mentally with objective truth. My soul has priorities, even faints for the courts of the Lord. I really long for this. And I believe, this is a mistake. People think life is lived on the outside. If I have a nice house or if I have everything I need on the outside, then I will be happy and contented. But actually, it's the other way. It's my fainting, my desire for the courts of God, my mind, my orientation to God being in truth by faith. This is what I long for. And my flesh cries out for the living God. Yea, the sparrow has found a house. And that's our message today. That a bird, low-flying bird, finds a place. And this is what happened to you and me in our lives, that we found a place. I found, actually, when I was at college praying for my future, and I needed a church, I knew that. And I found in Maine, I was in New York, but I ended up by the hand of God in Maine, in the house that the Lord had for me. And I love that house. I love that church. I love the pastor. I love the teaching. I love the challenge. I love the faith. And I had this as a priority in my life. And this orientation to God in faith and having a place, and then I got a wife too. And how did that happen? My wife was sent, and the Lord gave me a wife, and then a ministry. Then I received a ministry, Matthew 10. You receive a righteous man, you get a righteous man's reward. And you get your orientation in your heart and mind regarding life. And instead of jealousy consuming you, you have freedom and love in your heart, and you love people. Instead of, fighting and warring with people, we learn to be spirit-filled, have God's mind, think with God, love your wife, and so on. And I mean, nobody can master this thing called life. Nobody knows the real answer except the faith in God, the trust in God, and to live by every word that proceeds out of his mouth in Matthew 4:4. And that the Spirit is the one that will teach us and lead us. And I feel I've learned a little bit, but passing it on, because our heart, our soul longs or prioritizes objective truth over subjective living. All right, and the sparrow has found a house, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may lay her young, even thine altars, O Lord of hosts, my King and my God. Amen. All right, you take care, and this small, short message is a seed thought, and take it to heart. God bless you.